me feeling like I'm academics. Can't
Hey, all right. Oh, it's either Dame. Are we going Dame Dash or Rick Ross? Come on now. Come on. By the way, we gotta get to a little politics stuff too. You know, we're kind of in the like algorithm with the Chud the Biller stuff. You know, we've been doing good. We will get to everything. If y'all are tired of me being on tonight, I know it's getting late. It's midnight right now. Y'all gonna let me know. Y'all let me know. Flip a coin. Oh man, this is good. Now the jig is up. The jig is up. God damn it, the jig is up. The jig is up. All right. I'm hearing a lot of people say Dame. I'm here. So I know this is a 2-hour interview.
I think you were playing.
Let me pause this real quick, and I want to let you know. So it's a 2-hour interview. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We want to get to the main parts that's really interesting. And apparently he does a really good interview. I want to say shout out to Jason Love. Jason Love actually called me yesterday about some business stuff. You know, he's one of the media members. You know, he's homosexual, but it's all cool. We fuck with him. He's one of those guys that don't do the weird stuff. He's not stalking us. He's not trying to do nothing like that. He's not having a paparazzis in the lobby. But shout out to him. Anyway, I just found out he had a cool interview with Jay-Z. Freudian slip. With Dame Dash. Now, Dame Dash was talking about Jay, and I feel like I'm kind of over being honest. Like, all things aside. I'm over him talking about Jay-Z. But apparently, he came with some new info about the relationship that he had with Jay and with all of the things that was okay. So there's 3 things that I would like for him to speak about. Remember Rachel Roy? That's his ex-wife. Rachel Roy is his ex-wife, but she was also accused of being Becky with the good hair. Now, there's a whole ongoing rumor and theory that Jay-Z and Dame Dash has always competed for girls, all the way back to Aaliyah. Like, they've always competed for girls. Like, if they were partying, like, Jay would try to hit the same girl that, Dame Dash was hitting. It was kind of like a competitive type of thing, even though they were kind of business partners. And this is where you get multiple women and multiple situations that come into the mix, because obviously we know Jay-Z ends up with Beyonce, but we all know that Dame Dash was in love and supposedly had this love affair with Aaliyah. Aaliyah also was a subject of some of the very, maybe even creepy things when it comes to R. Kelly, because he married her when she was like 15 years old, but also Jay-Z did an album with R. Kelly. Then we hear about all these allegations. But anyway, I don't want to speak on this because all I'm saying is that there's paparazzis in the lobby and we don't want to get caught on candid camera. So what we should do is let Dame speak for himself. Here we go.
I personally don't know.
Here we go.
No.
So let's go on.
Okay.
I don't need no problems with the feds. Let's go on.
So
let's move.
Whoa, feds. Whoa. What? Here we go.
Any of the things that are being said.
I like doing my own thing.
Here we go.
And I still don't.
But when people see the current success of it, and they don't wonder why.
What current success? I don't see any success. I see everybody under fire right now.
Well,
so if you look at
Nation's successful.
If I'm looking at the algorithm right now, it doesn't look so good, and you know this.
No.
So Tasha K is on their head every day, and she seems to be saying what they think the truth is. It's not looking like it's. I'm not seeing anything that I'd want to be a part of right now. Are you? Would you want to be a part of any of the things that are being said?
I like doing my own thing.
I didn't ask you that. I'm just asking you, as a human being.
Yeah.
If you had to be tied to something, would you want to be tied to something that has so many maybes and gray areas, where they're saying this, that, the third, and so many people have? It's just.
Well, the one gray area that I see.
I don't want to talk about them.
The one gray area I see popping up is the Desiree stuff. I don't understand the Desiree stuff.
Listen, if she's with the police, you think I want beef with them?
No.
So let's go on.
Okay.
I don't need no problems with the feds. Let's go on.
So
let's move.
Was Rachel Roy, was she Becky with the good hair?
I personally, I don't
Keep in mind, that was his ex-wife.
know. What I know is that she would never, my understanding of it, because I know Rachel, she just said something at the wrong time because she's like socially not there. She doesn't understand what's going on. So I was divorced years after what was said. If that was, I'd be like, damn, why would they do that? But I can't, she told me no. Like, that's bullshit. I think what happened was that she was a trigger because, like, she was still in the same circle and he was coming around and they might have felt disrespectful. And that would be disrespectful if they're talking or anything, you know, that could have happened. You know what I mean? Like I've heard that, but like Rachel would never like tell me. We don't even really talk.
Okay, Dame, it's a pretty simple question. Did Jay-Z smash your ex-wife, gang? Like, come on, bruv.
We co-parent in a way that I would prefer was different, but her and I have drawn that line years ago. So I wouldn't. I personally don't think so. But and Rachel, you know, from what I heard, that would. But again, if it did, that would be some dumb shit. And if that was the case, you know, that would make homegirl, whoever was married, look very weak if they knew that and continued to ride out. But I don't think so. But I if it did, it would be like, damn, this want everything I got or had. But I never want
He said that nigga Jay wanted everything he got or had.
bone nothing that my homeboys had. I never want to do that.
You know why people do love and hate you?
That's disgusting.
The white people love and hate Dame.
Is he saying that Jay smashed his ex-wife and she's Becky with the good hair? By the way, it is rumored that apparently that elevator fight that happened at it was at a Met Gala. I can't remember what event they were at, but the fight that happened between Solange and Jay-Z, they're saying that it was because Jay-Z was caught, cheating, and apparently cheating with Rachel Roy, which happened to be Dame Dash's ex-wife.
Dame Dash is, you say what the fuck you want to say, and you just own everything. Like I value like being blunt, being fearless, being all those things, because I recently found myself in the mix where I just made a joke where I said something like, if somebody kills me, Jay-Z did. I just said as a joke. I'm not in this ecosystem of being controlled by corporates and this and this. I'm a fan with the platform. I'm a fan of yours. I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan of everybody. So I say things, and it set off an experience I had never witnessed before. So I really don't understand what that dynamic is over there. That's why I feel like you're the only one that knows, as like a historical encyclopedia of culture, like how is the wiring? The Leo Cohen thing, I think you said a minute ago, was powerful because people don't understand the algorithms and how you control what people see, say, know, hear. Like,
okay,
right? But Charlamagne.
Hold on, we got to jump around this interview. It's pretty long. You guys should go watch the whole thing. We're just trying to hear. Obviously, sometimes I'll admit I think Dame could sound like a broken record, but people have told me this interview is. He's given more than what we normally hear, so it's not the same shit. So that's what I'm trying to hear what he's saying.
I didn't hear you saying, nah, it's filed. When they were saying Dame filed, you weren't like, that's not a bad thing.
No, but that's why I'm asking you for educational purposes. Because
well, you could have educated him. You just did.
But I think you did in a way, like you said, you outside the street. People do listen
but you have a Charlamagne,
to us in a different way.
Right, but a Charlamagne and them that's saying it's a bad thing makes it still.
Do you think Charlamagne hates you?
I think he's paid to do what he's told to do. Like, because you got to think about it. Charlamagne allegedly has rapes and all type of shit on his jacket. No, now you look, does he not? But he still, no one canceled him for that shit. Who is he to speak? He has so many vices and faults that people I just don't understand. So my point is, if someone was on the radio saying this every day at 9 o'clock that he shouldn't be able to talk because he's been accused of rape, then he probably wouldn't be able to work. So with them knowing that exposure, why would they still put him there? He has a lot of exposure.
All right, I didn't think this was going
So
that
to me,
way.
I just think he's paid to do what he said. I just think he's paid to do what he's told.
Okay.
He's a mouthpiece for them. Pause. Black Effect, let's do business, allegedly, is partners with iHeart, right? So all that's happening is they're getting them these ads, but who's getting all the data? iHeart. Who's his partner? iHeart. So basically, he's the face to go get black people's data for iHeart.
But in our
He's the face.
But in our situation,
He's
we're both now partners to Paramount.
No, we're not partners. We license stuff.
We
license.
Meaning, when I say partners, meaning
We
we do
license.
get a check from them.
No, we.
Yeah, I love Dame. He's always like trying to he's trying to reframe or rephrase things. That's like really interesting. Let me hear him talk about Cameron real quick, and then I'm gonna go back to the Jay-Z is evil segment, and apparently he talks about Aaliyah. Give me 1 second.
He did.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. 1 second.
Betrayal. He's not loyal. He went and he talked about my children. Like, I never ever thought he would be that guy, but I actually saw the signs. And then when I reflected things that I let slide, I shouldn't have. But Fredo, I don't like the fact that he has cheap teeth and they're so big. Pause. And I hate his suits. He dresses like old school Steve Harvey. And I hate the fact that he's
Steve
now
Harvey kid is stray.
No, he doesn't. No, old school. He
I know
has
what
a
you're
better
talking about.
style.
The
You
big
know what them
suits. I know
suits
what
he
you're
used to
talking about. I
wear.
know back in the day.
The back in the day Harvey. Not
King
the
of
new
comedy,
Harvey,
Steve.
And I just didn't see that for him to be a gossip guy, talking about me all day, and having those big ass cheap teeth. Pause. And he just continues to talk about me, but he's one of my bigger disappointments. Looking at him doing wrestling and it's getting slung around and then having all these opinions on sweaty men. It's just not what I saw. For Cam was cooler than that. He's Fredo now. I just wish I knew that's who he was all this time.
Well, it's kind of crazy because didn't you kind of put Dipset on?
I did.
Right.
All right.
That's the betrayal that I put you
It's
on.
not only that. I mean,
Okay, so he's talking about
I grew up with
betrayal.
Cam.
Let me I want to hear the Aaliyah thing.
He said
No,
things
this
about
one.
me.
Daddy Yankee.
Wait, time out. So I only know Jay-Z?
Well, what I was asking about Daddy
I asked
Yankee
you a
before
question
you
based on
change
you just said why is Jay-Z evil, and I didn't say Jay-Z was
so
evil.
is the question?
So why would you assume
Are the
that?
questions I'm asking
Why would you
uncomfortable?
assume-
Let me
why
ask
would-
you: are the questions I'm asking uncomfortable?
Not at all.
So we can stop talking about Jay-Z. We could talk about Care Bears
I
and
don't
Fruit
care. If
Loops.
you don't-
What
see,
makes
the
you
thing
feel
is you don't like
comfortable?
my answers.
I want to ask you the
So
questions
do
that
you
make
want
you
me?
feel
You want to tell me
comfortable.
how to answer?
Nope. I'm gonna ask you.
Do you
straight
want
up.
to tell me how you want me to
Okay,
answer you?
How do you co-create Rock Nation and lose it?
I didn't. First of all, I never co-created any Rock Nation, and
Okay.
I walked away from
No, he didn't co-create. I think Rock Nation is just solely Jay-Z. I think Rockefeller.
Rockefeller because I no longer thought that they could have.
Rockefeller. That's right.
Our moral fabric became different, and I had different aspirations of being a boss, not getting a check from people.
Got it.
Oh, being a boss.
So that was why I chose. I didn't lose anything. You got to get that. So if you look at
That's
the
why I'm asking the questions.
see now you're not don't Charlamagne me.
Well, I'm trying to get. This is why I'm trying to get the question. This is why I want to say this. I really do
So
want
now
to.
you're turning the
No,
show.
I really.
and I know why because he's gay too.
No,
See,
no,
shit.
I'm definitely gay. I
you're
have no problems admitting sucking dick. Half the people
Oh
you
no,
work
I
with
can't.
won't
Do that. I got
answer
that.
that.
No, don't do that.
Me and Charlamagne would be Golden Girls. If he was gay, I would live in a house
Stop
with Charlamagne.
acting like he's not.
All right, Dame is a legend. That was just a warm up. Hopefully, everybody watching at home is ready for the full entree. Pause. All right, so Dame, the reason why I threw Daddy Yankee out there, not that I care, I don't be listening to that. I mean, he's an artist and an icon now in his own right, but the reason I asked is because I see you as, like, again, one of the four founders of Rockefeller. I remember wearing
I
Rockaware.
constructed Rockefeller.
That's
I
what-
made Rockefeller. I walked away from Rockefeller.
Got it. But that's the thing I don't understand.
Why would I still want to be around a bunch of dudes that are dysfunctional and have high trauma, and I'm raising daughters? It just wasn't for my lifestyle anymore, and that's not what I wanted to do.
All right, chat. Is there any more, like, you guys could watch this yourself. Is there any more interesting parts of this Dame Dash interview? You guys could watch it yourself, as I said. We're trying to, like, we have a lot to get through tonight, and time is of the essence. Is there anything else that is... Okay, you're good? All right, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, all right, it's all good. Let's get on to this